Don't wake me up. Don't wake me up.
I think he was doing a lot of coke.
Yeah. Whew. What's going on, YouTube? It's me, Tiffany, and I'm here with my co-host, Tanea.
Hey guys!
And we're back with an all-new Insecure review. Today is Monday, August the 21st, and we are reviewing Insecure Season 2, Episode 5. Oh, that's good. Mm-hmm. Episode 5, Hella Shook. First of all, I want to say that I just found out, I believe Tanea did say something to me last night, but earlier when I was on Twitter, I just found out from Ashley Miller that it's only 8 episodes this season.
Right.
And I had to ask Tanea, what was it, 8 last year? Like, I really can't remember, but I'm really sad about it because not only are they 30 minutes, we don't even get 10 of them.
Right.
So I guess we should just be thankful that she's already been renewed for a 3rd season. She's been writing, she's been taking small breaks from social media, so I'm just sad about it. I really am. And one more thing, I'm going to talk about this in my regular video, but I just wanted to say that, I noticed last Sunday night into Monday, people were attacking Issa about her not showing the cast wearing condoms in these sex scenes. And I thought a lot about it because she zoomed in on some of the shots where Lawrence and them were having sex, and it was actually like an open condom wrapper right next to them. But I kind of feel like what Tanea said, because at some point it had turned into like well, why is everybody attacking Issa Rae for not using condoms on Insecure, but nobody's attacking Courtney Kemp for not using them on Power? But I'm just like, if you watch Scandal, people did attack Shonda Rhimes for not using condoms. But then I thought about what Tanea said, and she's very right. What the fuck? Like, we're adults. Like, first of all, only adults should be watching Insecure,
Scandal, and Power.
So if you're an adult at this point, you know that you're supposed to use condoms. This ain't house class.
Right, like she not out here to teach y'all children no fucking lesson. Second of all, let's not act like people don't fuck without condoms, okay? It's not unheard of. Everybody does it at least once or twice. So how about y'all just shut the fuck up and enjoy the show?
Right, like I just felt bad because it was so many people saying stuff to her that she had to end up putting up a post, and she was saying that she was going to be more mindful of that next season. I'm just like, Issa, fuck that shit.
I mean, which is good that she's going to be more mindful, but she doesn't have to. That's not something that. I mean, this is a black show by a black person. I just feel like for that we should give her a props, not try to ridicule every fucking thing. Like, that's how happy y'all have kids from not fucking with condoms. Like, don't act like it's, oh my god, she didn't put condoms out. You know all the stuff that's out here, bitch. Do you know all the stuff that's out here? Because the thing about it is, this is a show. You're really fucking out here with no condoms. Like, stop projecting the shit that's going on in your funky ass lifestyles and projecting it onto these TV shows with your failings. We not having it. No, we not.
So, Tanea, let's get into this episode.
Let's get into it. Okay, so let me just tell you, this episode, the whole episode was a bomb. It was just funny as shit as usual and just so good. So we start off with our homegirl Issa, and she is driving and she is in traffic, and she looks at her. Well, she's on her phone and shit, okay? But then she looks at her gas tank and she sees that she's on fucking E. Mm-hmm. So, she stops, she gets some gas, she gets some $9, and she starts cooking. And I'm like, yo, see, this is the real, because I be so happy when I pump gas and it really be exactly what $9. That's it. No change.
See, the thing about it is, Issa, is that I feel your struggle, and I'm just so happy how she talks about being broke on here.
Right, Issa's broke.
Issa actually has, I believe Issa has a degree, and she has she gets a certain amount of money at We Got Y'all, but it's like, real life motherfuckers be broke. Like, sometimes you really only got
$9.50
$9.50 to put in there, and if you go a penny over, you want to get that overdrive fee. I know all about it. I will stop. Listen, I will slow down like 20 cents before it really is.
Click it 20 times. Fuck that.
That's real.
It is real. I really enjoyed it. And then when she got it, she was like, yeah, bitch. So she hops back in the car. She pulls up. She's in front of the house. I'm like, oh shit. Where's she going? So she just straight like, hey, I got a package. And then the person behind the door is like, leave it on wood. And then she's like, well, it's a package. It needs to be signed for. It's a package for your package. I got it done. That shit was funny. Cause she was like, well, her little scary ass. So then the door opens and we see the beautiful brown chocolate Daniel there. And as soon as he opened the door, she falls in his arms. They start sucking face. And then you know what's about to happen.
See, because the thing is that I thought that this was a dream. I thought it was a dream, and I hoped it was a dream because this is not what I want. Like, this is not my plan, Issa.
Right.
This is not where I want things to go. You know I'm Issa Lawrence, get back together hive. I just can't handle it. Like, it's so many different reasons why I don't want her with Daniel. And it's just sick, like, especially after you, okay, I understand that Lawrence walked away at some point, you know, even when she tried to get back with him. But at the same time, like, you literally apologized for sleeping with this nigga. Mm-hmm. You literally cheated with this nigga, and as soon as we done, you go back to this nigga? Like, I thought it was a mistake.
Well, she didn't really go back to him at that soon. It's been a couple of months.
It don't fucking matter.
At any rate, the reason why I don't want Issa and Daniel to mess with each other is I just feel like Daniel is the type of guy who doesn't have casual sex. Right. Or he doesn't have casual sex. With Issa, it's not casual because his feelings there. But right now, she's in a rotation. So I just feel like with Daniel being her friend, he shouldn't be a part of her rotation. So, but at any rate, we jump over to our homegirl Molly, and she is, I want to say, Molly is in Chicago at the other firm. Mm-hmm. And she's with, the co-worker, and he's just, walking around, she's meeting people, and they finally get in the room, and he's just telling her, like, have you thought about leaving? And she's just like, no, like, I've been there for years, I'm not, trying to waste my time. And he's just like, it's so many better places, like, you should definitely try to spread your wings, like, this isn't the only place, like, really trying to hit her, to some game and give her a good talk and just tell her, like, you're really, really good, like, you deserve better, especially since, that white nigga is getting paid more than you, like, you deserve more than this. So she like, I know, thank you, whatever, they keep kidding or whatever. And so then it goes to my homeboy Lawrence. My homeboy Lawrence is out with his work friends, and they are getting ready for a marathon or a run. So they're running this shit up a fucking hill. And, he's like checking his phone and shit because Lawrence had to go to jury duty. So, he calls to see if he had jury duty. His number got called and shit. So that's where he gonna be the very next day. And so then he just, it's just crazy that he's hanging out with his work co-workers, because like I don't hang out with my work co-workers like that.
Neither.
So it's just, not that they're not cool. But if I'm gonna hang out with them, I'll probably I would hang out with them, but it's just like they don't seem fun. That's my thing. Like they don't seem like they want to I don't know.
It also depends on what kind of job you have too.
True. Okay.
Like it really depends on. It seems like Lawrence is at a job where he's making a certain amount of money, and he literally works with a small group.
Okay, so yeah, I can see obviously because I work with hundreds of people. So
well, I don't, but I'm not hanging out with nobody.
I do have a couple of work friends that if they wanted to hang out, I'm probably like, sure, that's cool, but like to go running,
I lived that life before. I'm not doing it.
Nah. So anyway, so Daniel like, you about to leave? And she like, yeah, nigga, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So, you know, she getting dressed, so he get up to get dressed.
You look good.
Yeah, he do look good. And he like start kissing on her neck and shit. And I'm like, oh shit, is it about to be a round two? But it wasn't. He left. He had to go get some tacos. She left because, you know, she just had to go. So she, you know, she's leaving. She gets in the car and she's driving. And like Issa is just so in her phone. Like she's looking at pictures. She's texting people. Like just doing a lot of shit. Did I skip anything?
Yeah, you way too far.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
What happens when she leaves Daniel's house?
I can't remember, but I know that it's not, you had the car accident?
Yeah.
No, because Daniel picked her up from the car accident.
I feel it was a lot in between that with other people. Are you sure?
I'm positive.
Then what happened next?
I don't know.
So anyway, Issa leaves Daniel's house. And so then I believe it may go to I didn't move too fast. So it went to Molly, and Molly is at her house, and she's like cutting flowers and making flower arrangements because her parents are renewing their vows. So, you know, Issa's just helping her out, and she's just like, you know, talking about, you know, her parents have been married for such a long time, and that's basically like what she's basing her relationships on. Like she wants something like that. So they're just kikiing and talking or whatever, and she, you know, she invites Issa, and Issa's like, no, I got a work thing to go to. So while they're talking, Issa all in her phone, smiling and shit. So she's like, who's that? And so she's like, oh bitch, it's just Daniel. And she's like, oh, Daniel, y'all friends again? The same person who you call a fucking zip that you had to pop. And she's like, we're good. You know, Molly really pulled a Tiffany on Issa. Like, that's how you be doing to me. Like, oh, y'all friends. So.
But I thought, what was she talking about when she mentioned Morocco?
Oh, she was just like, I found a hotel for us to stay at in Morocco. And she's like, I can't remember what the name is called, but she was like, it means palace. And Issa was like, bitch, I'm broke. I don't have no fucking.
I didn't really going on, she just randomly.
Well, you remember that, I think one of the episodes, Issa was like, we need to go somewhere where we're the exotic bitches, like Morocco. When they went out to you remember when they went out to that club when Issa was acting like a dumbass on a slow walk there?
I can't remember this.
Yeah. So, dang, you made me lose my train of thought. Okay, so yeah. So she's just like, you know, you cool with Daniel again. And so she's just like, we're just friends. So she was like, but y'all fucking? And she was like, yeah, like, we're friends who have sex and we're fine. And she was like, with no, like, failings or anything like that. She was like, no, like, me and Daniel are cool. Like, we can do this. We always, like, you know, bounce back. And so, you know, Molly just giving her the worried look. But she's like, okay, bitch. Like, if you like it, I love it. But okay, bitch. So then,
and we're back.
All right. And so, next, Lawrence is at jury duty, so he's on his phone, just scrolling, going through shit, comes across Kelly, so he's like, okay, let me go to this crazy bitch page. So he sees a video of Kelly.
This bitch is
doing YouTube shit, like on Facebook Live or whatever the fuck.
Eating fucking hot peppers.
Like ghost peppers or something. She bites it and she's almost like dead. And he's like, what the fuck is wrong with her? Like, she's a really, really crazy. So then he continues scrolling and he sees Issa in the picture, but he sees someone else.
But the crazy thing is it was Kelly, it was Molly, and Issa and Daniel was all in the back. He zoomed in on that shit.
Yeah, like it was a picture of Kelly and Molly and somebody else. And he zoomed it because Issa's in the background with Daniel. So, but right now he's actually getting called to go into fucking jury duty. So he's like, he can't even really have the emotions that he wants to have with this shit. Like,
but I didn't even know that niggas really be that observant on
niggas is constantly in shit. I guess from me like having boy cousins. Look at this or something like coming up on Saturday. So like they're just talking about like what they're gonna go over and different things like that. And you know, Frida is just still not feeling Molly. Like, Frida is still not feeling Issa. So like they're in the meeting and Joanne is talking and you know, Issa's making jokes like she usually does and Frida's just like,
I just don't get her fucking problem. Like,
I get her fucking problem. I was talking about it with my coworker today and we both agreed. So she's just like looking at Issa like, yeah, whatever, bitch. Okay. So that, you know, Joanne's done talking. They go in their little break pantry room, and Frida's making herself some coffee or some tea or whatever. And so Issa just comes up to her and she's like, you know, you can talk to me. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, I know something's wrong. You can talk to me. So she's like, I'm still feeling some type of way about that. You know, that thing with Principal Gaines. And she's like, oh, you still want it? And she's like, yeah, Issa. And so Issa's like, I was just trying to make a good situation out of, you know, I was trying to get something good out of my situation because we were really struggling. And she's like, well, I feel like you were just trying to make yourself look good. And she's like, so then Issa goes into how, like, basically because we're black, we really can't be racist and like that. And so, you know, Frida's like, this is exactly what it is. It's using your power to manipulate a situation. Like to where you are, you know, I think you say you make somebody feel like less than or something like that. Like she gave you a textbook definition. And so, like it just smacks Issa in the face because it's just like, that is the truth. And she's just like, I just thought that, you know, she also, Issa tells her like, you can't really, she was like, it's great that you can choose to, you know, feel this type of way about it. So basically she's telling Frida like, by him being black, like he can't really even be racist, and so like, you really can't call him out on it because he's black. And Frida's like, no, like that's not fair, like that's not how shit works. And so, you know, it's just like they're not seeing eye to eye on this, but I absolutely believe I'm on Frida's side with this. Like, it's just like, okay, in the beginning, I understand we weren't getting our numbers, so this did help us. But now, since we are here, we have what we have, we need to start trying to work harder to integrate the Spanish people into this class because the school is 89% Spanish, and it's not one Spanish person in here. Like, we're not even representing the majority of the school. We're representing the minority. And if the thing about it is, if Joanne knew that, they would no longer be there. So it's just like, you know you're not doing something right because if you told her what was really going on, she would shut this shit down. And Issa knows it.
I guess you're right.
That shit is wrong. So, you know, Frida's just like, fuck you. I'm not having it. Not at all. So then we go to Molly. Molly's at her parents' house and she's unloading her car, taking shit out, and up pops Dro. I really think she put like a tracking device on Molly. Everywhere she is, he is. Like, at this point, he's probably stuck.
I'm not about her Dro ride.
What's the Dro ride?
I just saw so many people on social media riding Dro's dick. I don't think he's cute at all. I don't think he's that cute either, but he's just so big. Like,
that's what you like, big men? I would love to climb up him. He's so tall. But anyway, so you know she's taking the flowers that her and Issa just made out her car and taking them, you know, in front of her parents' house for the renewals of vows. And you know, he's just basically checking on her to make sure like everything is cool. So you know, he cracks a little bit of jokes or whatever, and then like, you know, she's laughing. So he's like, I just want to make sure that we're cool and everything's good with us. And she's like, yeah, like we're cool, like everything's good. And so he's like, I know I dropped a lot on you at Kiss and Grind. And she's like, yeah, but we were both drunk. I wasn't that drunk. Well, it takes a lot for your big ass to get drunk.
Big Murray ass.
Right. So then he tells her like, you know, you never really thought but you're married, and whether you're in an open relationship or not, like, I really don't want to have anything to do with that. Like, that's not how I see my life going. And he's like, I can respect that, that's cool. So then they started, joking again, take everything back to how it was, so it's cool. So then it goes back to Lawrence in court, like, he's actually like on the jury, and they're like discussing whether they're gonna keep the people or not. So, it's this one lady who gets asked a question, like, does she have bias against the LAPD? This bitch jumps up with her Black Lives Matter shirt on, and the judge is like, bitch, we not falling for that. We know you don't want to be here. You have to stay.
You know what? That's actually not a bad idea. Like, wear some shit like that to make it.
Niggas do that all the time. Like, do you believe in the death penalty? Yes, I want you to die. Like, I hate the police. Fuck the police. Like, that's how you get not hit.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear like a Martin Luther King shirt when I go.
So, then they just say, because he's a black man. So this probably is another black man that they have locked up that this trial is for. Black man, he gets dismissed, but he is so into the shit that he's doing.
Because at this point, he's on Daniel.
Yeah, at this point, he's going through Daniel shit. Like, how did you find this man?
Yo.
I mean, I know how you found this man, but still, like, why would you go looking after this man? But anyway, so he's on Daniel shit, and I'm just like, yo, please don't press nothing. Don't press a thing. So he gets dismissed, he leaves, and it's just like, he's on his way out the door. And then it goes back to Molly. And Molly, she's in the house with her parents, and like, they're just talking, and like the parents are all kissy and lovey, and Molly is just taking all of this shit and like, this is what she really is modeling her life after. So, her father, offers her a drink, and so, Molly's just like, you going all out for this, and she's like, no, I'm actually saving for somebody's wedding. So the father's like, and she's not taking the first dusty ass nigga that give her a ring. Like, no, she's too smart for that. So in comes her, I'm guessing these are her brothers. And the thing about it is, like, I was just looking at like Molly, the two brothers, and the parents, whoever worked with the casting, did a really good job. Because they really look like they could be siblings, and they really look like their parents.
Looks like they found a bunch of people with big eyes.
Right, but like still like dark, smooth, like darker tone, smooth skin, but yeah, like they got the mother's eyes, because the mother's eyes are kind of big.
Yeah, you can also tell that like since Molly works, she's the only girl, and she probably is not there as much as the boys.
Right.
They definitely show favoritism to
yeah,
her.
she got snapped.
Right.
The boys did.
Because back in the day, my sister's probably watching this. We weren't allowed to drink my mother and call this Pepsi's.
I had my own.
We were never allowed to touch Pepsi.
Only child life. But so, they're just making jokes and shit, going back and forth, and it's just like a nice little family scene. Like, it's really, really cute. So then, Molly, I'm guessing she's about to leave. So it goes to Issa, and Issa is out on the date with her little Tinder boo. And so as soon as she gets there, she texts Daniel like, hey, what you doing? Or whatever. So she sees the guy, he's an older guy, I guess he's Spanish or whatever. So she goes up to him, they hug or whatever, and like, they just hit it off. Like from the very beginning, like she makes a little joke like, he tells her like, oh, they're good, they're known for their margaritas and they do this with their gin, and then he's like, I just said that shit to impress you.
Yeah, like not even that, like as soon as she sees him, she's just extremely attracted to him.
Right.
Like, she's just saying to him like, yes, thank you, Tinder.
Right, because he really is like looking like
he's handsome.
He's a handsome
He's
man.
handsome. And when she went over there, she was even like fantasizing about how she really wanted to approach him. Like she really just wanted to jump on him. Like
he said something, oh, are you good with your hands? Are you good with your dick? It's like, Issa, you gotta chill.
Issa's really on the whole train, because honestly, I feel like if he was up to it, they really didn't even have to have this date. Like she just straight wanted to get the dick.
Right.
Like, I don't.
So, they're just kikiing or whatever. So she gets a text. It's from Daniel, and he's like, I just got home, you coming through? So she's like, no, actually something just came up. And so they continue their date. And it's a really, really nice date. Like they're having drinks, they're making jokes about DC versus Marvel. Like, honestly, this is probably how somebody would like their first date to go. Like, it's just really, really...
And it wasn't awkward.
Right, it wasn't awkward.
Everything so awkward.
Something's wrong with the girl. Like, something's really, really wrong with Issa. So, you know, it's just a good date. So, the only thing I was kind of feeling some type of way is because, like, Daniel's your friend. Mm-hmm. This goes back to, I don't feel like you should be fucking Daniel. Like, the neighbor isn't your friend, so you can fuck him, and his feelings, if he catches feelings, that's whatever. But like, Daniel is your friend. Like, you can't text him when you think you about to be bored, and then like, if you find out, oh, you are having fun, oh, you just drop Daniel. Like,
I mean, well, that's what she said. She got like a list of them. She got neighbor name, she got Daniel, she got her Tinder. She only has those things. Yo, it don't take no time to get a Tinder on.
I know, but what I'm saying is, Daniel shouldn't be on her list.
That nigga need to man the fuck up. I don't fucking like Daniel, but
you only don't like Daniel because you want her with fucking Lawrence. You should have told her it's not the fucking cheese.
Whatever.
So, anyway, the date is going good. So then it goes to Issa, and she's at her little work conference meeting thing, whatever that is. And so they're just like doing little different practices on, if they're in a certain situation at a school, how do they handle it? And so usually her partner is Frida. But Frida is sick of her shit. So Frida partners up with someone else. Because first when they get there, they first have to do an exercise where they all stand up around the room. And they ask a question, like, out of this bowl. And it's just basically like, what would you do if you were in this situation? And they all say dumbass shit. Like, and so Issa's just like, how about we just ask them what's wrong instead of making all these assumptions? So Joanne's like, great job, So then that's when they break up into groups. And so Issa ends up going with the girl who looks kind of Spanish, but also kind of dumb. But she also kind of white and racist.
Yeah, she really don't like
so she ends up being in a thing with Issa, and Frida's this girl who's a little dark. Let's just say that. Like, she's a little off. So it's just like, I don't understand that the coworker or Joanne can't see or feel the tension, but it's just like, are y'all not paying attention?
I don't think she's paying attention to it, and I honestly don't think she gives a fuck.
True, okay.
I don't know, I try not to mix characters from different shows together, but I'm just so used to her always just be black, not giving a fuck about nothing.
True.
That I kind of brought it over to Insecure.
So then, the next scene is Molly, and she is looking a ball. She's at her parents' vow renewal party, and everybody's there, and she invites Lionel for a second date. And so, they're talking and shit, and then the Spanish family comes, and then Dro comes walking behind us, and I'm like, oh, okay, you're Spanish. That never even crossed my mind. I didn't know. She's talking Spanish to them. Molly, girlfriend, bilingual, go on. So, she's talking to them, chilling with them, and they go in. Dro stays out there, but Lionel's there. So Lionel pulls the move. You know the move that you see when a guy's with his girl, but he in front of another guy. He really don't know what to do, so it's just
he had to let her know, I'm with her tonight.
So
and Molly's
like, oh, Dro, this is Lionel, blah 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 blah. So she's like, me and Dro, we grew up together. He's like, yeah, that's my house across the street. And so Dro's like, oh, y'all work together? And she's like, no, we met out. Lionel is a mortgage processor. Lionel's really a marketing executive, and so it's just like,
it's not even believable.
Oh shit. So it's just it was weird. So Dro's like, okay. So then he decides, so they leave.
But wait, is Dro not
But you just never know.
Right, I mean, it's open.
Yeah, so, you know, Dro's like, after that, he goes and he walks away. So, hold on. Okay, so then Derek and Lawrence are like at a restaurant because earlier in the episode, Derek texted Lawrence about his birthday, so I'm guessing Lawrence like, you know, let's meet up, I need to talk.
Right.
Whatever, nigga shit. So they at the table, and so basically, you know, Lawrence shows Derek his shit like, yo, she's still fucking with this nigga. I bet she was fucking with him the whole time. And Derek's like, Issa? Like, you think Issa was cheating on you? Like, do you know Issa? Like,
dance, walk in a straight line.
She can't walk. Like, she's slow. Like, she could never do that. And so he's like, that, you know, that's what makes it even more believable because nobody was suspecting her. And he's like, no, nigga. And then he's just like, this isn't all Issa's fault. Like, nigga, you was without a job for 2 years. Like, you let your woman take care of you. And then, like, so he was like, so that does that give her right to cheat on me? So he's like, no, but it does open up a door for a nigga who's doing something to himself to be attractive. Yeah. Like, so ponder on that shit, Lawrence. And it's just like, also, Lawrence, what you also have to realize is, even though Issa did cheat on you, you left Issa and then told her friends that y'all were not getting back together. So what do you expect from Issa? Right. Like, you outdoing you. Like, let's not forget what you and Tasha. Right. Like, you was literally outdoing you for a while. So now that you and Tasha not doing you anymore, you have something to think about. Like, now you think about that shit, but it's just like,
I still feel some type of way.
Right. I mean, whatever. It's cool, but I'm so happy Derek, like, gave his ass the business. Like,
I'm wondering if niggas really do have a Derek in their life because niggas be needing to talk to.
I think at a certain age.
Because see, I would say in my mind, niggas be like, yo, fuck her, and fuck her. You might
another friend, Chad. No, what's his name, Chad?
Okay, like,
I might have made that up.
I can't really think of his
But, like, his other
his best friend.
Yeah.
Light-skinned friend.
So it's just like, you know.
Yeah.
But you also gotta remember Derek is married.
True.
But the other one not married yet.
No.
But yeah, so I'm
married niggas cheat every day though.
Right, true that. So I'm glad that they had that talk.
Yeah.
And so, you know, he could see, but that didn't stop Lawrence. He still is looking at everybody's shit.
Because he's really in his feelings and he loves Issa.
Well, you should have thought about that. Anyway, it goes back to Molly at the party, and so her brother's like, who's this nigga? And she's like, oh, you know, we went on a date a couple of weeks ago, and, you know, I invited him over here. He was like, oh, so this is a pity date. And she's like, no, like, he got his shit together. I'm really, you know, thinking about, you know, messing with him, especially if I want what mom and dad has. And he's just like, yo, mom and dad are like something totally different. He's like, but even with all these credentials, like if you're not feeling this nigga, then there's some animal abuse going on.
Don't make me fall.
Alright, come on then.
Excuse me, I'm sorry, but she like.
Just put it in the kitchen. So, oh yeah, so the brother's just basically telling Molly, like, I know he has this whole list of things, but if you're not feeling him, then let it be that. Like, you don't have to be with him. Like, there is no rush. And he's like, you know, don't fuck with him. Like, if that's what you don't want to be with, don't mess with him.
Molly don't want to be with nobody else.
She do want to be with somebody, a married person. But at any rate, so then it goes to Issa. And Issa's in the bathroom at her job, and so she basically calls her brother, and she goes back to some story about when they was in school and this white girl told her it was something.
A sex scene at
the end of a leg, and so she fast forwarded just to make sure, and it wasn't there. So she brings that up again, and she's like, so the brother's like, why are we talking about this? And she's like, because I was right then and I'm right now. And he was like, what are you right about? And she was like, basically was like, my coworker is mad because I'm leaving all the Latino kids out. And he was like, well, why are you leaving all the Latino kids out? She was like, I didn't say I was leaving all of them out. He was like, you literally just said all. And she's like, no, I didn't. He was like, you can never admit when you're wrong. And she hung the fuck up on his ass. So,
I would like to meet their parents just like we met Molly's parents.
Yeah, me too. I would love to meet Issa's parents. So she hung up on his ass, and then her little lopsided head, neighbor, you know, text her like, "What you doing?" And she like, "I'm bored." And he talking about, "Hi, boy, send me a pic."
And this dumb bitch proceeds.
This dumb bitch, she don't even go to a stall. In the middle of a public bathroom, lift your shirt up with Issa.
She was about to send him a titty pic.
Yeah.
A tit pic.
A tit pic. And then in comes a fucking white girl at her job, and she's just like, "Oh, I'm just checking for cancer." The white girl's like, "You a nasty ass hoe. You a nasty ass bitch." So, they go back to Molly. She's still at the party, having a great old time. She runs into her aunts, and her aunts are just like, "Hey, look at that fine ass nigga over there. And she boys with chocolate ass." And Molly's like, "I know, right?" And so then they like, so the one aunt was like, "Shut the fuck up, Kiki. Like, this is about her parents." And so on Kiki, like, "I'm surprised they lasted 35 years. Shit, we didn't even think they was gonna last 5 years the way he treated my sister." So Molly's like, "What?" So the other aunt is like, "Shut the fuck up. Let's go."
Yo, aunt will spill the tea.
Yo, aunts talk too fucking much. You wouldn't know how much shit I know because of my aunts.
Okay.
They talk too much. So anyway, on their way of them leaving, Aunt Kiki even her trifling ass says, "What was that witch name?" Aunt Kiki. What if Molly didn't know? Like,
She don't give a fuck.
right. So Molly right now, like literally her whole world is crumbling.
Right.
Because like if she's not sure about anything, she's sure about her parents, their marriage, and that's what she wants.
Right.
And so because she's finding out that her dad may have cheated on her mom, it's just like, what the hell? Like that's not what I thought it was going to be. So that shit happens. So then Issa, this is what I, fast forwarded to.
Mm-hmm.
Issa's in the car, and she's, texting, driving, all types of shit, not paying attention. So she, goes to drive. She gets a text message. She opens it, and it's a full-on peen pic.
Right. I mean, because was she still texting neighbor back?
She might have.
Because before he sent the dick pic, he told her that he had another picture for her.
Right.
And that's when he sent the dick pic. But it's like, see, that's the thing to it. I mean, you really shouldn't text and drive at all. I don't promote that shit.
At all.
However, you know by the flow of the traffic when it's a good time to do it and when it's a good time not. And traffic was already there. Like, she
was in the fucking cross lane of the other traffic coming on.
Exactly.
Like, she was just being real irresponsible.
Right, so.
Crashed into the back of a fucking truck looking at penises. And it's just like.
Was the penis circumcised?
I don't know. It came up and went away so quick.
I'm a watch it and pause.
So it's just like, damn.
She's just like, fuck. Like, she done herself too.
So then it goes back to Molly. And so Molly's still at the party. She's in the kitchen. She's fuming.
Eat it.
And she's talking to the brother. And she's like, "Did you know dad cheated on mom?" And he's like, "They were through that shit." And she's like, "So what the fuck mom did?" Like, she's really going crazy. And so she's like, "Nah, fuck that shit. I don't got time for none of this shit. Fuck. And then her parents are like,
This was
"Molly,
like,
calm down with all that fuck. You gotta shut the fuck up before I smack you."
Right.
So she's just like, "Dad, how did you cheat on mom?" Well, goddamn, Molly.
no warning.
No lube, no Vaseline, no nothing.
Damn,
Straight in there. So it's just like, the mother is just, so he's just like, "Oh, shit." And the mother's just like, "It was a long time ago. He made a mistake." And so she's just like, "Mom, what do you mean he made a mistake?" Like, "Nah, I don't got time for that." And so she just
Storms out.
So she storms out. She walks past a group of guys, including two guys, Dro and Lionel. So Dro looks at Lionel. Lionel's looking at Dro.
Because it's like, he really don't know how to.
He don't know Molly.
Approach the situation.
Right. So Dro's like, "That's okay, my nigga. I got this one."
Perfect opportunity.
I feel like it was the perfect opportunity for Dro to slide in there. Like Daniel follows Molly. He's like, what's going on? She's still acting kind of crazy. So he put her in the car and then he get his big ass in her little car. And so, you know, Issa is on the side of the road. Her shit's getting towed and put up on the shit because her car is fucked up. So she calls Daniel and, you know, basically tell Daniel that she got in a car accident. He's like, where you at? And she's like, I'm good. Like, I'm just going ride.
She said you been around.
And he was like, no, where you at? And she was like, 160 and 57. And so he's like, all right, bet, stay there, I'm on my way. So she's like, okay, cool. So then we go to Lawrence ass. Lawrence is almost like on some waiting to exhale shit. He is in his drawers and t-shirt at his card table. This nigga still ain't got no furniture. At the card table in the middle of his living room with his MacBook on there, just going through people's shit, going through all types of, you know, profiles. So now he's ended his ass up on Issa's profile. And he's just staring and he's about to do some more digging. And it's just like, nigga, I know you heard. What you need to do right now, honestly, is get some of those drops from your homeboy, listen to the Waiting to Exhale album, and, you know, drink you some wine. Get your fucking self together. Pull it together, Lawrence. But no. Lawrence is having
fuck them niggas.
Lawrence is having a moment.
Lawrence should start bumping Drake. Like, this would be the perfect time.
True. Like,
plus Lemonade.
This is the type of, that just made me think of that fucking picture of Lawrence on the Lemonade cover. It's so funny. So then, you know, it goes to Molly and Dro, and Molly and Dro are driving home, and she's just venting to Dro, and she's just like, I can't believe this shit. Not my parents. I can't believe he did that. So Dro's just like, you know, yeah, I know he's pretty upset. And so she's just like, he should be upset. Fuck him. Why you on his side? Dro's like, calm down, bitch. Like, I'm on your side. Like, I'm just trying to, you know, help you vent or whatever. And so she's just like pissed. So she's just like, you know, like real mad. And they're just still talking about it. And she's just basically like, I really thought my parents' marriage was a shit. Like, and that's what I've been basing my whole love. Like that's what I'm trying to achieve. And I just found out like it's not that at all. Like it's actually bullshit. So then it goes back to Issa. Daniel was finally there. So
Daniel's to the rescue.
Right. So Daniel's finally there. They giving each other a hug. And I'm guessing like something just drops down in Issa's spirit. And she just,
cause he kind of was like, you know, I got you.
Yeah, he's like, you know, I got you.
And like the hug he gave her was just kind of like,
it was a little,
it was like a comforting, I got you, I love you.
Come to daddy.
It's me and you hug.
Like, right. So she's just like, we're cool, right? And he's like, yeah. She was like, I just want to be on the same page. Like we're seeing other people, and I'm just like, bitch, you want to do this when you need a ride?
Nigga said Issa is a savage. This nigga came to rescue you and you put him
in the friend zone.
You made sure he knew he was in the friend's home. At that very moment.
But he had already offered you a ride. He's a gentleman. I would have left your ass on the phone.
And you can tell, I mean, it didn't catch him like that much by surprise at the same time.
It kind of was like, because he wasn't like, oh, this is the conversation we having, and even with the conversation we having, like, this is what you saying?
Right.
Like, oh, okay. Like, because I really felt like Daniel thought that, not that they were going to be boyfriend and girlfriend, but at least they were working towards something and they were only seeing each other.
Right.
And so,
Issa's trash.
yeah, Issa, he got friend zoned, and that kind of hurt my feelings, but hey. So then they finally get to Molly's bum-ass apartment. And so, you know, they get out the car, Dro walks her in like the gentleman that he is. He walks her to the door, and, you know, they say their goodnights. He watched her leave, and then he goes to walk away, and then she comes back. She pulls his hand and gives him a look, and after that, we see Dro butt-ass naked on top of Molly. And I'm like, no! Damn, Molly, you don't want this, but damn, Molly, you really did need this.
That's
so
right. And I can't
this bed, having the time of her life. And I said, to be a virgin, she has a lot of sex on this show.
Listen, Molly, you done fucked up. And this is why you should have stayed your black ass and fucking therapy. And this is why you're gonna have to take your ass back to therapy, because ain't nobody got time for this shit. I know the wife is gonna find out. Like, that's probably gonna be the season finale.
Has to tell her they have an open relationship. So it's just like, cause like, what if like they have an open relationship, but like they have boundaries and Molly was a boundary, like.
Plus, at the same time, it's like, oh, it's
right, because it's like, you know us the whole time we've been in our, you know, the whole time we've been married, so have you been thinking about him the whole time? Like, it's just a lot, like, damn, Molly, but it also looked like he was having a good time, Molly, so cool girl.
It's just too much.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
It's just too much. Like, I'm really disappointed in Molly because I don't fuck with Dro like that. And you know what's even crazier is that, you know, they had the little thing at the end where they sit on the couch with Issa and he was the guest this week. And he said that in the past he's actually been in an open relationship. What the fuck? Like, I mean, I'm not judging y'all that's watching this if you are or have been in an open relationship, but that's just not something that I'm gonna be able to do. I don't believe in community peen. Like, the peen is mine.
The thing about it is, the way when he was talking to Issa after the show and he was explaining it, like, I mean, I understand it. It's still not something that I can see for myself, but like you said, it's like, it's not that you're going out to get penis. I mean, well, not penis. It's not like you're going out to have sex, like you're looking to have sex with somebody else, but it's just like, if it happens, like, it's something that you are not afraid to talk with your spouse about.
Okay.
It's not.
So you mean if your wife, because all these bitches be having a work boyfriend, so if your wife just happens to fuck her work boyfriend, it's cool. Like, we just want to talk it out.
It just depends on what your boundaries are. Like I said, it's not something for me,
Fuck.
but you know, y'all who have open relationships, if y'all have to keep it up, because I'm a little crazy. I can't do that. Like, no. Because it's not for me. It's not for me to share. But, yeah, that's the end of Insecure. So, we can't wait for next week.
Yeah, so make sure you guys comment, tell us your favorite parts, tell us what you're stressed about, tell me how you feel about Molly, tell me how you feel about Issa, tell me how you feel about Lawrence, and tell me how you feel about this motherfucker Dro. I will be checking the comments. Last week I did get sick, so I didn't get to finish reading the rest of the comments, but I will definitely be in the comments this week. Shout out to everybody that's been watching out Insecure Reviews. Shout out to everybody that's been sharing our reviews. You guys make sure you check out other people's. I personally like Ashley Miller's Insecure Reviews. And if this is your first time watching, make sure you subscribe. We'll be here every Monday, which I think is only 3 more episodes with an all-new Insecure review. For the people who have been watching, make sure you share this video. Tell a friend, tell your mother, your cousin, your sister, your brother. Tell somebody about the show. We'll be back next Monday with an all-new Insecure review.
Okay. And if you didn't know, now you know there's no show like